Hi all, I wanted to give you a few pointers on the third application. It's a little bit tedious, and I just thought it was kind of a rough test, so I thought I would help you out with this one. Let's see here. Okay, so here it is. First, if you could do your work on this sheet and then send it to me, like there's 5 sheets here. It just makes it so much easier for me to grade. It takes me a long time to decipher things when it's not uniform. So do it on this sheet, print it out, do it on it, and then get it to me. But I'm going to step you through this, and we'll see how it goes. All right. So this first part, these are the ingredients to make banana bread, and this is how much you need to make 1 loaf. And this says how much does it cost to make 70 loaves, all right? So let me show you how to do that. We'll just do the first part as an example. The flour, all right, flour, it says in here you need 2 cups for each loaf, all right? 2 times 70 loaves is 140 cups. And then it also says that 7.5 cups is equal to 1 bag. 32 is not really used, and I know that's a little confusing, but anyway, how many bags of 32 ounces are there? So there's 18.6 bags that you'll need for 70 loaves. So I'm just taking 140 divided by 7.5, all right, the 7.5, and that gives me 18.6 bags, or actually I'm going to have to buy 19 bags, all right? So the cost of the flour is going to be 19 times 179. All right, now let's do the cloves. There are a half teaspoon of cloves needed for 1 loaf. So here, can you see that? Here we have a half teaspoon times 70 is 35 teaspoons. But the cloves come in packages of 1.7 ounces, and there's 22 teaspoons in each package. All right, so divide the 35 teaspoons by the 22. And this gives me how many packages I need. So I'm going to need 1.59. So I'm going to actually have to buy 2. So that's going to be 2 times 5.49 for the cost of this item. All right, and then the bananas is a little bit different. You need 3 bananas. For each loaf. 70 loaves is 210, and they're 25 cents each. So you have to multiply that by 25. And at the end, you're going to add all these. Okay? So I know that's a little bit tedious. This is just unit conversions. But I wanted to show you that at the end, if you add up all your costs, you'll get 384.52. And I want you to use that in the rest of this first part here. All right? And then this says if Jane makes 70 loaves at $5 a loaf, this should really mean sells. If she sells 70 loaves at $5, how much this is how much is her profit. All right, so how much does it cost? It costs this, and then how much her revenue does she bring in? It's 70 loaves times $5, and then you'll subtract one from the other. And then the average cost, all right, that's kind of from the chapter, all right? So that's going to be like the total divided by the number that she made, all right? So check your chapter for that. And then what is this part 4? Part 4 is just what's the cost of making just 1 loaf, all right? And basically what you do for that is you usually buy 1 of each. Well, you have to buy 3 bananas. All right, but basically you're buying 1 of each. And so you just, you're going to put down how much that costs for 1 of each and add all those up. All right, so these were just copied. So you can just copy that. Now this part is really the heart of it, where you come up with an equation. It says at the beginning here to watch these hot dog videos. These videos will kind of show you how to do this. These equations here, right? It says find the revenue formula. Well, that's just going to be, so make sure you read all that. It's going to be the quantity times the price, All right, and this talks about, well, what if she lowers the price and sells more? All right, so that from this information, you'll come up with the equation here, and then you're going to find the max. All right, so you use the basically you'll have an equation of a quadratic, and you want to find the vertex here, and that's going to give you the max. All right, the max profit. All right, and you'll use that to find the vertex. And then 6 is at what price, when you're using this, what price, when you find out the n here, this question asks for the price that you came up with, and this next one asks for the quantity. All right. And then this one says the same thing. Instead of making 70, you're going to have to make the number that's required here. Okay. And so go ahead and do that. Don't get too bogged down with the math. Like if you make small mistakes here, you can just use this total cost here. All right, but don't try to do all the math. If you feel like you're not getting that number exactly, do what you can, and then use this number in this last part here. All right, the 9 and 10 basically, the 9 and 10. This is the exact same thing. All right. What we got all up here is what we did is we maximized the profit, or the revenue. I'm sorry, we maximized the revenue. That's exactly how we got the number to calculate this. All right, so these two are actually the same answer. I don't really understand why there's two questions there. But anyway, so whatever's here is here. So I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you out. If you have any trouble with it, see if, write me a note. It's a little bit tedious, but and then if you don't mind doing it on this sheet here, it's really hard for me to grade your work if it's not separated and clean. So if you could do me that favor, that would be great. Okay, that's it.